Yeah, Reece, just where are you guys at in terms of preparation? How long you been together, and what do you like about your team?
Been together a few days. It's obviously a difficult task to cram in a preseason in a few days, but that's what we've been trying to do. The guys have been competing, and the best thing about this group is they play together. They know each other. I think the shot selection has been excellent. That doesn't mean every shot is wide open, but everyone's been taking their shots and sharing the ball consistently. Chris Jones has been leading that group with that. Russ has been great, and so is David John. I mean, the whole group has been really playing together. Now we have to get that together so the defensive end a little bit more, but I see that coming.
Reece, what has this overall experience been for you so far? Or how has it been?
It's wow. You know, the good thing about it, you don't have time to think because you're always doing something. Can't even just call me as I'm walking in. Where am I? I just left the coaches meeting. So it's always something it's challenging to try to figure out how to balance finding out how you want to play, get the guys used to the intensity that they're going to see, being ready for some good ATOs, be ready for some adjustments, kind of find that balance. And I think for me, it's been a joy to be able to coach again, to be able to trust the coach again in this opportunity. I think it's a big deal for everybody. So it means a lot to me. I mean, this is an opportunity for guys to show their young son or daughter, this is who I grew up playing for, and to share that experience with their young ones is going to be great. And for me, the learning experience, doing this on the fly, staying organized. We're dealing with high-level basketball players here, so it's a different challenge for me. I mean, you've got Montrezl Harrell, high IQ player, quick player from the big spot. Peyton is one of the best leaders and brightest basketball players you can find at any level. But Chris Jones also has a great feel for the game, so dealing with really high IQ level basketball players, really talented, it's been a real joy for me to try to live up to that challenge and try to challenge them every day to get better and figure out which direction we need to go.
Reece, I didn't see him on either roster to begin with. How'd you get Chris Dow back to play against his Bellarmine guys?
Well, when I was coaching Chris at Bellarmine, we didn't go to the Final Four, so he owes me. He owes me one, so he did me a favor. So I wanted to give him one more shot to coach him, get him on the floor, and I actually that was the front office part. So I don't know how exactly that went down, but I'm not sure. I'm glad we have him though. He's talented. He's a great teacher, great person, positivity all the time. So he lifts us up, adds a lot to our team.
Reece, with what you've learned from your past coaches, have you instilled anything from them in your coaching game?
Wow. I think so. A lot of it becomes instinctive. I mean, the foundation of my coaching actual on the floor started with Scotty Davenport. So I know the importance of preparation, the importance of, I'm not going to use the word build a culture, we got a few days, but at least give a baseline of how we're going to play. One, share the ball, one, relentless on defensive level basketball, right? So it's easy to coach Russ and Peyton, and what we're doing the pick and roll, well, we're Louisville guards, we don't get screened. So that makes things a lot easier. So in that way, I obviously Coach P too. Coach P had a great balance of giving everyone space on the floor, letting everyone be individual, do what they have to do, use their talent, pushing the floor. So I learned that too from Coach P. That's kind of distinctive for me too, is how I play. Obviously, the one thing I got from KP, what they're trying to do is right now is, KP is a great human being. And when you're dealing with this situation, you want to make sure your life, your focus is going to be the best person you can be, to meet the challenges with these guys.
I know you weren't the head coach last year, but when you see guys like Russ and Peyton come back, do you see them kind of attacking these last couple of practices and this week leading up to it with a little bit more of a vengeance? For
sure. One thing, Coach Lieberman, I'm just building off what he did last year. Those guys, I mean, he did an awesome job. So nothing's much changed, and I appreciate that. I think the reason why they're picking it up a little bit each day is just like a TBT. It starts out as fun as a TBT. After the first 30 seconds, it becomes a real deal. Another minute, by the end, it's life or death, and that's how the players are. They're starting to realize that early, and they're trying to get in that mindset early, especially Russ, Peyton, and the guys that were there last year.
Reece, you coached at Bellarmine when you guys played at Freedom Hall, right?
Yeah.
So, or was it back in Nice Hall?
I was nice home.
You were- Okay, so to go back to Freedom Hall for you, how special will that be to be on the sideline and be involved in a game? And then second part, what about coaching Russ, and how do you pull those strings?
Well, one, every time I ask that question, I keep saying I'm embarrassed. I should have a better answer, because the closer it gets, the more important it does become. You know, it's fun, but you know, UofL is like family. These players, we're brothers. The city is, you know, it's in my blood. It runs. It shaped me as a person in my life. So it is important being back in Freedom Hall. I have a lot of great memories. You know, especially with obviously Tennessee and Cincinnati when they're like ranked number 3 and beat them, and a lot of great teammates. So it's each day becomes more a huge deal for me. Russ is great. Russ is the type that, you know, yeah, sure, coach, I got you. He thumbs you up because he knows in the end I got it all in control. You know, he's the type of person that's going to listen to everything you say. He's going to make sure he has a positive attitude, and when challenged, he's going to step up and do what you need him to do. We needed him to. We're working on off-ball defense. Our philosophy, obviously, we're UofL guards. When we're off the ball, we're attacking. That's our mindset. And I wanted him to kind of set the tone on that. You know, the first couple of plays, he runs out, gets steal, you know, full court layup. From that point on, everyone kind of got it. So he's been great, real supportive. It makes things a lot easier when you're trying to be right and exact all the time with the plays, and you may, you know, at this point, maybe off a little bit. He's always supportive of me.
Take 2 more here for Reece.
You were here last year, now you're not. Just bring us up to date what you're doing now, what you'll be doing this season, and secondly, why was it important for you to do this?
Well, first, that was hilarious. You were here last year, now you're not. What I'm doing now is recovering from not being a part of the program, but this has made me feel a lot better. I'm in San Antonio with my family, spending time with my sons who are, you know, playing basketball and just getting started, so I get time to do some one-on-one work with them. And I'm just looking for my next opportunity whenever that comes up.
Why was it important for you to do this, coach this team?
Oh man, I mean, I don't think it was. I think it started off probably important for a different reason, but the first step was like you said, I wasn't here, but to be re-embraced back into the community, into the school, university. It's been great, and it, beyond being a challenge, helps you get better. I mean, you heard Tyler Eulis talk about, oh wow, I forgot things never end. Like I'm thinking about Coach P, I'm thinking about Scotty. Like I can't imagine doing this in obviously a larger, more intense, scrutinized scale every single day, and getting to experience that for a minute. Obviously, is going to make me a much better assistant if I ever have a chance again, and help me out if I ever have a chance to be a head coach.
All right, Reece, the guys know you can play and they know you can coach. Do you feel like you have to get them to trust you being the head coach?
No. I answer that. What I learned when I was at university, playing for Houston Rockets, playing for Jeff Van Gundy. And I hope Patrick Ewing doesn't kill me for saying this, but it's Patrick Ewing's early on coaching career. You know, Jeff, to surprise him, I want you to do underneath out of bounds. He's scribbling around, fumbling and bumbling. The guy stopped listening to him. And that's Patrick Ewing. From there I learned it doesn't matter what you did before, how great you are, you have to be, what you say has to be true, right, and good for the player at that time, and that's what you have to stand on. Not your name, not what you did before, not whatever. So that's why I consistently try to find a do for each player individually. Is this right for you? It's going to get you better, and as a team, as a whole, and never look back standing on what I did as a player. Yeah, I actually probably was better than a few of these players in college. Doesn't matter. They don't care. None of those guys care. And so the only thing that does help you with this playing is how to connect. I've been every player. I've been the best player. I've been the guy off the bench. I've been the guy that probably got screwed over a little bit, should have been playing more than this, which I might do to somebody now, who knows? But I've been there, I've been you before, and I can connect and communicate with you, and we can grow from there.
Great.
Thank